What a performance!
Yay.
Duo Mobysade. And we had
Amazing.
front row seats to this one,
I was
Caroline.
gonna say, you took my line out of my mouth right now. Sade and also Moby, can you please join us right here, please? Amazing.
Okay, so a little bit of jazz.
Yes.
You're a big jazz fan?
Of course,
Who
as
doesn't love
always.
jazz? I think jazz is the kind of music that goes with anything, doesn't it?
It's timeless too.
Especially with breakfast with nice
Especially
nice
if it's
cup
like
of
a little
coffee.
bit raining. Oh, I love
Hi,
that.
guys.
Hi.
Have a seat. Welcome. Thank you for joining us here today.
Yes.
So you are Duo Mobysade, correct? So this is coming from both your names.
Yes.
All right. So you're both still very young, 17 and 13, correct?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So I want to ask. I read that you guys got into music when you were 4 years old. Is that true?
Yes.
How did this all get started? Because I have kids that are very young around that age. I cannot imagine them already doing this. So how did you guys who got you guys started in music?
Our parents started giving us piano lessons when we were 4,
Okay.
but we moved on to new
Instruments, yeah.
Okay,
older.
was that on your own,
Yeah.
like your own decisions? You
Yeah.
decided.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love your names, by the way, Moby and Sade. Love
Thanks.
Moby, Trouble So Hard, Sade, of course.
Of course.
Operator and whatnot. But yeah, it's just so great to have the influence, have you guys as influencing the music industry in a different kind of color. Because nowadays it's more like K-popers and, you know, it's more pop and whatnot, but you're giving that flair right now. So, yeah.
Actually, let's talk a little bit about that. Why jazz? Like, who influenced you guys in your taste in music?
I think growing up, we have always been surrounded by music, but it's not always particularly jazz, but
Okay.
I think until one day we ran into one of the most famous jazz songs, Fly Me to the Moon, and then we just looked for songs that are similar to that, and turns out we love it even more, so we decided to get into jazz. Yeah.
And you guys are doing it together as siblings, you know, and that's very powerful
Most
too,
siblings are
right?
fighting. So.
Exactly.
We still do fight.
You still do fight,
don't
but in
tell
a very,
anyone that.
in a very positive way, because you know, at the end of the day, you guys both make music, and in October, you guys just released a single titled "Clouds of Gray." So tell us behind of the song.
We wrote this song mid-pandemic, so
Okay.
around by the end of 2020
Yeah.
probably. So we humans were very social.
Yes.
We're very social. We miss the feeling of just meeting people,
Correct.
meeting strangers, and just smiling at them.
Yeah.
Since the pandemic, everyone's covered by
Yes.
masks.
Happy to see your smile, guys. By the way, today.
See yours as well. Yeah, we kind of miss the feeling of
Yeah, just looking at the smiles on people's faces.
Okay, so Clouds of Gray is just basically a reminder of I call it the early days of the pandemic now.
Yeah.
Because now that we are kind of transitioning out of it.
Yeah.
Who takes the lead between you guys when it comes to creating these things together? For example, you want to compose a song together, or when you're performing, is there one of you that generally takes the lead, or is it a collective decision-making process? What is that usually like?
during songwritings. We sometimes top off each other's ideas. Sometimes she comes up with an idea and sends it to me.
Okay.
And since we live in the same house, I visit her room and go, let's
Okay, so there's no like age seniority here, right? You both have just as much say. That's
Yeah.
cool.
even though I'm older, I feel like she's older. She's like the bigger sister.
It's like that with boys sometimes. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Sade has the motherly love right there already intact with her. So when you guys are writing music, I mean, it seems that, especially like, you know, Clouds of Gray, you're talking about things that have just happened, you know, with you or even, you know, around the world and your society and your loved ones and whatnot. What kind of like songs that, you know, the messages that you like to portray in your songs?
I think different songs, of course, have different things we want to convey with, but I think with this particularly song, we just want to convey that nothing should stop us from socializing with people and making even new friends.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool way of thinking. So between you guys, when it comes to your support system, obviously that's a big thing. You guys are both still attending school, I assume, And you have to balance this out as well. We saw clips earlier. Is that inside your home where you have your
Yeah,
little
that was
studio?
his room.
That's your room. Oh, so everybody just
Very
goes to your
neat.
room to
Yeah.
Yeah, so I gotta keep it clean.
What's that process like, especially at home? Because obviously you have a very good support system to allow you to explore your creative side when it comes to this, but you're both still very young. So are there rules, for example, like, yeah, your school grades have to be a certain level, or you have to make sure all your homework is done, or you can only practice so many hours per week? What is the balance like at home?
I think that's why we are homeschooled, so it's easier to balance our music life and our school life.
Yeah.
So there's less homework and less assignments. So yeah, it's pretty easy. We just attend school as long as we still get grades above average. I think
That's
it's
good,
Kudos.
right?
Number one.
Yeah, because I think you can also kind of fix your own schedule
Yeah.
when you
Sure.
need to, you know, kind of make music and whatnot, when you have to do your, you know, to follow on your education. And, you know, earlier in the segment before our show, actually, or is it before our show, or it was this one that, If I Could, which one was that?
yes, the first song.
The first
The
song.
first
Yeah.
song, right? What is that about? I mean, for Clouds of Grey, you were talking about how, you know, we didn't have someone at social level as we did before. If I Could, what's behind that one?
So it was actually originally written by our dad.
Okay,
Yes,
wow.
he has written a few songs through the years, but we fell in love with this one particularly
Okay.
because it's about a song for someone who just learned and understood what love is and was experiencing her first love. And we would just be the ones to listen to her stories. You know, she would suddenly cry and then be happy again, and then like, I love him. But yeah, the song is mostly about just first love.
First love, if I could.
So,
Kind of reminding us
I know,
about our
I'm saying,
first
are you
love,
getting
right?
any flashbacks?
Yeah.
So, both of you being teenagers, but also exploring topics such as the pandemic or first loves.
Yes.
Who is your target audience? Like, who are your fans?
Do we have a target audience?
Well, I mean, who are the people, the feedback that you get? Is it more of a younger crowd? Because jazz music also appeals to an older generation.
Correct,
So I'm kind
yes.
of curious.
Yeah, that's true.
You've got a wide range of audience here.
Yeah, lately we've got comments from older people.
Older, yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
People.
Such as,
Older
Is that
yes.
weird? Is that like,
Well, not
Not really.
you've gotten used
Yeah.
to it, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, and we're so happy to hear that a few of our friends are starting to enjoy jazz because of it.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's even more important.
Yeah. So if you're talking about jazz, is there any, you know, jazz musician that you guys look up to and whatnot? I mean, you were saying, you know, like Frank Sinatra, of course, is one of it. But
Yes,
is
of
there other else, or maybe Indonesian jazz musician that you guys look up to?
Oh, you wanna tell?
There's this duo, two guitarists. Their band is called Dua Empat,
Okay.
and yeah,
Yeah.
we love them so much.
Similar,
They're like
yeah?
the
Fun
best.
fact, they're
Inspiration.
actually the one who produced the song If I Could.
Oh, cool. That's amazing.
okay.
So, speaking of jazz, one of the biggest jazz festivals, not only in the Indonesia but around the world, takes place here, happens every year. Have you guys performed at any large festivals as well, or plan
Yes,
to?
a few times. Hopefully,
Here,
Yeah.
well, sadly, we can't really join the ones here because
yeah.
Oh, because of your age.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That's-
Okay, I keep
Yeah.
forgetting.
Something
See,
very-
I'm getting used to this. That's right. Okay. Well, soon, perhaps.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's
Hopefully.
So tell us a little bit about. So you play guitar. You both started playing the piano.
Yes.
Yes.
You play guitar.
Yes.
And you play what is called a double bass. Is that
Yes,
correct? Can you
yes.
tell me a little bit about that instrument because it looks like something that belongs more in a string section.
Yes.
You're playing it as a jazz instrument.
Every time they see me playing it, everyone's like, "Are you sure that thing's for you? It's way bigger than me."
It does
I
look a
mean-
little big. Doesn't it? Looks like a giant cello.
Yeah, but I remember my dad showing me this singer. Her name is Esperanza Spalding, and I fell in love. And I feel like, why not? I try to learn the double bass, and I feel like it's actually easier than the piano. So
Really?
Wow.
yeah,
All right. So
yeah.
would you both agree then piano lesson? Now I'm asking for a friend. And
No, I know, right.
that,
I was going to ask that
a
question
piano
too.
is the best like gateway instrument to introduce yourself
Yeah.
to music because
Yeah,
from there you can
definitely.
learn other instruments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It does so, right?
It's like the basic, yeah.
Well, I want to ask, was your piano teacher really nice to you? Because I really had a very hardcore piano teacher, and it
Really?
just stopped my lessons.
Oh,
I'm like,
really?
I cannot anymore. I've got so scared. But anyways, guys, I mean, you guys are now, very kind of like fluid in jazz. Is there any way, probably in the future, that you would kind of cross over to another genre? Would that be a possibility for doing Mobysade?
Definitely, I think so.
We listen to.
Yeah, we actually
yeah.
don't listen to jazz 100% of the
Right,
time.
of course, yes.
So yeah, there's a very big possibility that we'll be trying other genres.
Perhaps collaborations. You never know. That's the way to
Yeah.
go these days.
Hopefully.
All right, so although you're still both very young, you still obviously have an extensive knowledge of music. So we're now going to test you on that knowledge
Oh, no.
because we have
Challenge.
three popular jazz songs, and basically the challenge is to guess the title, but we're only going to let you hear the instrumentals.
Oh my God.
You'll get this. You'll guys
Probably going to get
this.
it better than me.
Of course, of
All
course.
right, let's play the first one. Number one.
Wait,
Oh,
what
I think I know this one.
I have no idea what this one is.
I feel like
I think
most
you
jazz is
mentioned it.
instrumental. Like, I can't imagine any kind of vocals to it. But any guesses?
Well,
I think it's Fly Me to the Moon.
Yeah.
Let's
we'll
have a
see.
listen. Is
Let's
that
see.
correct?
Let's see. I felt it too.
We don't have an answer to put up.
To the moon.
There it is. You're doing good job.
You know, Moby's like, "Ooh, I got this.
One for one. There we go. Fly Me to the Moon by the
Just
great
like gone,
Frankie Blue Eyes. That's
Jupiter and Mars.
number
All
two.
right.
Let's do another one.
okay, I got it already.
Go. What do you got?
L-O-V-E?
Yes, that's correct. Let's just show the answer because I'm sure we prepared the graphic for it. That sounds
Nat
about
King
right.
Cole, right?
Yes.
Right?
Nat King Cole's the
Nat King
original?
Cole, right? Yes.
So many of these jazz songs have been redone
Yeah.
and covered. There we go.
Yeah.
L-O-V. Yes. Teachers. Yeah.
It's for the way you look at me. Yeah.
You know, it's a great song and it's educational. It teaches you spelling. So,
Thank
you got
you.
one more, right?
One
We got
more.
Here we go.
Okay.
They're good at this, by the way. I'm trying to guess it to myself.
This one's hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
That's
guesses?
just a little spill.
I have no clue.
Sounds like every other jazz song.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to say it, but what's the answer?
Yes.
We all need
We
to
need
know.
to hear this.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Ella Fitzgerald, that's right.
But that was just really in the front part of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Outside. Usually it's Christmas time when this
Yes.
song comes out, right?
Well, don't worry. 2 out of 3 is still 66%, which is a passing grade, which means you've kept your grades up. You're allowed to continue to play jazz.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's next for you guys after this release of the latest single? What have you got next?
We're processing an album.
Okay.
Nice. A full album?
Hopefully.
Wow, that's great.
When do you think it's going to be out? Yep.
People want to know.
Sorry.
Probably by next
Yeah.
year, yeah.
All right.
2023. There you go, guys.
Hopefully early.
Yes.
2023. We don't
Mark
wait too
that
long.
year. Duo Mobysade, thank you so much for being here with us, guys.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
You
much.
really
Keep
made
it up.
our day today. Yes, and hopefully we'll meet you guys soon again right here in our studio. But as of right now, we're going to take another break. When we return, we have a recap of our news from the previous segment, so stay with us. You guys are not going to play again, please? Let's play, please. We would love to.
Thank you,
You want to
guys.
sing?
Thanks.